The ZenBook versus the Zaphyrus. Two really capable laptops for a different audience. And actually both of these weigh the same, which is kind of funny because they're very different, and one has a huge screen but no gaming capability. One has a smaller screen but a ton of gaming capabilities. So let me explain why both of these were choices for me. I picked up both and I decided to keep one. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you which one I decided to keep for my personal reason, but I think both of them are amazing. Let's start with the ZenBook S16. This is an ultralight laptop that's super capable with really good battery life. It has a nice matted top right here. It's made of ceramic aluminum, really sturdy. You see right here, it's solid. It doesn't get any fingerprint and it looks very professional. You can open this laptop with just one finger like this and lift up like that. Super simple, super easy, one finger lift up right here. Both of these have pretty glossy screen, but they're very nice OLED screen. This one is a 16-inch screen and it's ultra lightweight, very convenient to carry around. This is a full-size SD card. You got USB-A right there on that side, and on this side you got your HDMI, two USB-Cs, and the audio port. It has a 16-inch screen, which is huge and is perfect for doing a lot of work on the go. It's got a nice keyboard, very big touchpad that's very sensitive and easy to use. I love the touchpad here. The keyboard does not have as much throw as I would like, but it's still very nice and it's backlit. This does get a little bit warm, especially if you're doing a lot of intensive application. It gets hot right here, but where you usually put your hands here, it's not too hot. It's pretty convenient to use. It's very, very powerful for what it is, for doing office work, web browsing, and some light gaming works, but it does not have a dedicated graphics card. So mainly this is great for students and people that do office work. If you're going to do video editing or like CAD design or anything that's graphics intensive, then this is not the one for you. However, it's super lightweight and it weighs about 3.1 roughly. Both of these are around 3.1 pounds. So this one has a 16-inch screen that I love, but it does not have gaming capabilities. Now, let me show you this one. This one is a Zephyrus G14. They do also have the G16, but the reason why I got the G14 is because I wanted something that is capable in terms of weight. That's why these two are compared with each other. So now the Zephyrus has a very capable gaming graphics card in here, and it also has amazing battery life and really good processing power. So this is perfect for everything, applications, for office use, for students, for gaming, and it weighs the same as this one. So you can see why I decided to go with both of these and compare them. But the difference is obviously the screen size. Both of them can be opened by one hand operation like this, right? But the screen size, this one is 16-inch, whereas this one is 14-inch, and that's the biggest difference. Now, if you really wanted 16-inch, you can get the Zephyrus G16 that has all this in a bigger size screen, but then it'll be heavier. And you can also get this one, the ZenBook, in a 14-inch, which is going to be way lighter than both of these. So it's going to be the super lightweight, but I didn't care for having a laptop that's too light, right? So there is an okay middle ground, which is about 3 pounds, and both of these are about 3 pounds. So where this one shines is the bigger screen, where this one shines is the dedicated graphics card. So this one is the one with the 5070 Ti, which is a sweet spot for the gaming mobile chip on this particular laptop. So the G14 has more keyboard travel than the ZenBook, which I like better. The trackpad is a little bit smaller and a little bit harder to press. It requires more activation than on the ZenBook. The ZenBook is a little bit easier to push. You can even see right here, it clicks much easier. Because it's springboarded, you can't really click up here as much, but because this is a larger trackpad, you can click here and it's much easier. Whereas over here, you can't click here obviously, but over here, it works, but because it's a shorter trackpad, it's just not as comfortable to use. You start having problems clicking when you're up here. Here is where it's okay. So you have a smaller trackpad on this one. So the speakers are also very good on the G14. So the speakers is exceptionally good, and the speakers on the S16 is pretty good. So which one is the right one really depends on if you're going to do any gaming, video editing, and intensive CAD work. So the Zephyrus is the choice for all of that. Plus it does everything, and at the expense of a smaller screen and a little bit heavier price tag. Whereas this one is going to be super lightweight, a little bit lower price, but you can't game on it. Also, one thing that I realized I totally forgot when I was looking at these two is the respective power bricks. So here's the crazy thing. When you look at a laptop that requires gaming, usually they have a power brick. And power bricks add weight to your travel. This laptop also comes with a little power brick, but here's the crazy thing. This is a standard USB-C power brick, so you can actually bring your ZenBook by itself without any charger, because you can use the same charger that you normally charge your cell phone or your tablet with. It's just a USB-C charging and you're good. Whereas the Zephyrus, you really want to bring this one if you want to maximize the performance, because if you use the USB-C for charging, you can use a standard USB-C to power and run this laptop. But if you do, you lower the performance and it defeats the purpose of having the gaming capabilities. So when you are travel and you're mobile, the Zephyrus will require you to bring a bigger power adapter than the ZenBook, which is a smaller power adapter, but you don't even need to bring this if you already have your power adapter for your cell phone and your tablet. So that's the perk of the ZenBook, is that not only is it lighter, it doesn't have to have a power brick with you. Both of them have good battery life. If you're on the go and you just want to do office work, then you don't even need the power adapter because they have enough juice on these. But the catch is, if you're going to use the graphics card on the Zephyrus to do gaming or intensive CAD work or photo or video editing, then you want to bring that power adapter, so you're going to want to bring all this. So it kind of comes to the territory. Why have the power and not use it? If you use it, then you have to bring the power brick. So it's kind of, you know, it comes and goes, right? So you got to think about what really matters to you. If you're sitting at your desk all day long, that's a different story. So at the bottom of the line, let's just wrap it up. Which one to get? And the answer is maybe both. If you want to work on one day and you're traveling and you want to travel light and have a big screen, then this is it. But if you want to travel and have the ability to game and do graphics intensive application, then this is it. For me, I can only have one laptop. I don't need to have both. And I decided to stick with the Zephyrus G14 because it has everything I want in a very compact package. It's a smaller screen, yes, but it's a beautiful screen, and once you start using it, you get used to it. Whereas with the G16, yes, the screen is amazing, it's big, it's beautiful, but also once you start using it and you realize, oh, I can't game, I can't do intensive graphics dependent applications like CAD work, photo editing, video editing as well, then that's where the beauty goes away and you're like, ah, I'd rather have that small screen. So ultimately for me, I picked the Zephyrus G14. Now the other option is, if you want it all, you can get the Zephyrus G16, which is going to be everything this has in a 16-inch screen like this one, but then you're going to get more weight, right? And if you want to go to the extreme, you're okay with just the 14-inch screen and you don't game at all, then get the ZenBook S14, or is it the S14, which is going to be featherweight lighter than even this. So that's kind of the debate, and this was a really hard debate for me. I still want all these laptops, but I can't have them all. So all the ones I really considered was the ZenBook S14, the S16, the Zephyrus G14, and the Zephyrus G16. Why did I choose these? Well, basically these are the thinnest and lightest in the category. For the UltraLight, the ZenBooks are at the top of the game, and for gaming, the Zephyrus is the top of the game for the thinnest and lightest gaming laptop. So these were the ones I decided, and just a quick wrap up, if you go for the S14, which is smaller than this, you have the lightest ultra light laptop ever. Just don't expect to do heavy gaming on it, don't expect to do a lot of graphics dependent work on it or video editing, then you should be more than happy with that one. But if you are okay with all the office application, but you still want a bigger screen, then this is the S16, which I think is a sweet spot because it's still a very light laptop. You don't need an S14 for the super light because this is pretty light already. Now with the same weight, you can trade off the 16-inch screen for the Zephyrus G14, going down to a smaller screen, but now adding gaming capabilities. And everything that this can do, but better, right? And then that's why the G14 was a consideration. You're giving up the screen, a little bit smaller screen, but you got a better keyboard, less good of a mouse trackpad, but overall, it's a nicer package if you're gonna use a dedicated graphics card. If you're not gonna use a dedicated graphics card, then go for the ZenBook. And also, if you want it all, and you're okay with a little bit more weight, then you can get the G16, which is the big brother version of the G14. It has all this, plus it has a screen as big as this. So those were the 4 laptops I considered, and at the end, I'm sticking with the G14. It's just so special to have something that's extremely capable in this size configuration. 14-inch is not too small once you get immersive in it. I have a docking station at home. I have multiple monitors I can connect to it. So if I need big screens, I can do that. But when I travel, this is perfect. It's the ultimate. I got everything in a very compact form factor. And if you're traveling in like an airplane or a train and area is small, this is nice because you don't take up a lot of space and you can still do all your work. And once you get into your work, the screen is not a problem. The 14-inch is fine. Both of these are beautiful OLED screen, so really nice high contrast, really beautiful dark, and both of them have really good processors, so they're very efficient at office application. Oh, heat-wise, I forgot to mention, the Zaphyrus does get a little bit warmer and it does make a little bit more fan noise, but that's if you use it in its full power. If you want to use it in a comparable form factor to the ZenBook, which is disabling the gaming graphics, dedicated graphics chip, then you can just use this in an even quieter and cooler fashion than a ZenBook. Why? Because this thing has superior cooling performance to cool this massive graphics unit. But if you're not using a graphics unit, it runs quieter and cooler than even a ZenBook. So there's a lot to weigh in it, and as you can see from this lengthy video, there's a lot of pros and cons of each one. You can't get everything because there's always a limitation of size versus weight, performance versus weight, right? So until they come up with the next generation chip that is able to be very lightweight and game too, then you're still gonna have problems even when they do that, because then you're still debating if you want a bigger screen or smaller screen, because the bigger screen is always gonna weigh more, it's gonna be a little bit bulkier. But in this current day and age, in 2025, the Zephyrus G14 is my pick. Even though I have to carry a bigger power brick, I'm more happy with this combo than anything else. It's just something magical to have a small 14-inch laptop that does everything I need. Everything I throw at it, it can do, and I'm super happy with it. A little bit of fan noise, a little bit of heat is not a problem. It does get a little bit warmer on this particular unit, especially when you're gaming, because the reason why is there is a gaming processor that's right here, so it usually gets a little bit hotter here, but not too bad. So it still is the ultimate choice for me. And again, this is the G14 Zephyrus, and this is a ASUS ZenBook. Both of these are amazing laptops. This is UltraLight, and this is a very lightweight gaming laptop. So the choice is this one for me, but the choice could be this one for another person. There are so many laptops, so many different users, and there is a right one for the right job, but not always the right one. So you'll always have to make compromises. So there we go. That is my comparison. Oh yeah.